Hey everybody, it's Mark again, and I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope everybody's enjoying these beginner cuckoo clock repair videos that I'm doing. I wasn't completely satisfied with the GK cool cuckoo clock that I just got through posting the video for, and the antique one that my friend gave me. The the trip lever wouldn't trip on the hour and half hour. So I had to take it all back apart, take the movement out. So that's what this video is going to be consisted of, me fine tuning it. So sit back, kick back, relax, and I hope we learn something. This lever here is what I told you trips the clock on the hour and half hour. This arm here catches the one of the two pins that are on this minute tube. And it wasn't catching on both the hour and the half hour. I thought one of these pins was bent. I was wrong. It's just that this was hitting on the movement plate. So I had to take it all back apart and figure out what was wrong. And so I adjusted it. And as you will see, I'm going to put this wheel here on to slow it down. As you will see on the half hour, that wire trips. And on the hour, that wire trips. And so you have to bend it to not only catch these tabs, these pins, but to make sure that it trips the clock into cuckoo mode. So the only way to do that is to grab a hold of the chain and put some pressure on it. To make sure that it's going into cuckoo mode. And right now it's not. And I'm going to show you why. Even though all that stuff is moving, the tab that comes out of the count wheel is not coming out far enough. So I have to adjust it some more. So I'm going to do that off camera because the movement's in the way. I didn't take the chains out of the case, so I'm going to do it off camera. It'll be easier for me to do. And what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to lift this wire up to see when this comes out of the count wheel. And so I have to bend I can do it right now. I got to bend this wire down. And I have to close this wire so it bypasses the hand. So now I'm gonna put this back on and see if the lever comes out of the count wheel, which it does. It's just in. So now I'm going to put some pressure on the chain and then rotate this wheel to see if it goes into cuckoo mode. Which it did. Which it did again. So I'm happy with that. So now I have to put it all back together. And I also have to work on the cuckoo bird itself. It was pointing up in the air, so I had to, I grabbed my hemostat pliers and I bent the bird down some. But I need to give it a drop of oil. I'm going to put a drop of oil on all those springs. I wish I had a cameraman. I'm going to put a drop of oil on all these springs so everything functions properly. And I told you in the last video that when the cuckoo is cuckooing, that it will bounce if this lever is not touching the count wheel as it rotates. You see how it's not touching it? And so I have to bend it down some, and it only takes just a little bit. Now I bent it. Now I want you to watch the cuckoo. As you can see, he's no longer moving, he or she, and that's because this lever is riding on the count wheel. And the way I bent it was after it was in a notch, I took my pliers and pushed down on this. How you bend it is up to you. So I talked about these in another video, and that's when I picked to hang this GK Cuckoo railroad clock on. I personally don't trust these screws. I use sheetrock screws on every one of my clocks. They have a bigger head than the screws that come with them, and so they seem to hold better. So again, what you use is totally up to you, but I like using the sheetrock screws. And this is this screw, and this is a sheetrock screw. You want to put the sheetrock screw in at an angle just like you would this screw if you were going to use it. But I just like using sheetrock screws. Here's your clock up and running. The topper, like I said, is not original to the clock, and this section of the topper is a little warped, and you will see a gap if you look close enough. Now, I will warn you that I don't have the hands quite right, and that's why I like rounding out the hands, because, and I also have to separate the wire that trips the Cuckoo. But it is cuckooing. And it's cuckooing properly, except for the minute hand needs some adjusting. But I think for the time being, because I have way too many other clocks to work on, I'm gonna leave it like it is. And I still need to get some finials for the bottom. I got some around here somewhere. I just don't know where I put them. My plan was to take every one of these clocks off the wall, repaint the wall, and then rearrange my clocks. But I haven't done it yet. So anyway, and that's why none of these other clocks are running, because I have not got to it painting my wall. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And here is my original George Cole clock that I bought, the Cuckoo Quail clock. I put it here on this wall, and these two clocks are the only clocks that I have running currently in my house. Out of all these clocks. And but anyway, I'm slowly getting around to what I need to do. That all depends on how I feel. But one time. And again, on the half hour, antique cuckoo quill clocks normally do not cuckoo. And this clock was made in 1908 or earlier. I forgot to mention that I made this pendulum bob. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough for me. I hope y'all liked that video. I hope that you learned things. A lot of people are going to ask and wonder why, out of all my clocks, that they're not running. Long story short, I had a pet raccoon. And it loved climbing the chains and getting in the clocks. I love the little fella to death, but I love my clocks more. So I gave the raccoon away to somebody who rescues them. It was just a baby when I got it, and I bottle fed it. And then I got sick. And then I started doing these videos. And because I don't like wearing my hearing aids, I got to have total silence when I'm working on clocks. And so, anyway, it was a snowball that just kept rolling. And it all started with that pet raccoon. So, I want to paint that wall. And I don't seem to want to start them until I paint that wall. And anyway, I'll get off that. I hope y'all like this video. I hope that you learned things. And may God bless each and every one of you. And keep watching my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a clock in mind that I want to do. I just gotta make the time to do it and feel good about doing it. Until next time, God bless.